The metallic hum of the summoning device still echoed in the darkened lab as the air shimmered before me. My heart raced as a figure emerged from the distortion, towering, lithe, and undeniably alien. Her armor gleamed like liquid obsidian, catching the flickering light of the lab's failing fluorescence. A pair of intense, golden eyes locked onto mine, and her voice resonated with both authority and curiosity. "You called me human," the alien warrior woman said, her tone as sharp as the blade strapped to her side. I stumbled backward, nearly tripping over a chair. I didn't think it would actually work. Her gaze narrowed. "You summoned me without purpose?" She stepped forward, the ground beneath her feet seeming to pulse faintly as if responding to her presence. "Do you understand the consequences of such recklessness?" "I do now," I muttered, swallowing hard. "My name is Jamie Reynolds, an amateur astrophysicist with more curiosity than caution." The device had been an experiment, a theoretical bridge to contact other worlds. I hadn't expected it to actually work, let alone bring someone like her into my lab. "Why summon a warrior?" she demanded, her voice steady but laced with an undercurrent of danger. "I didn't know who I'd summon," I confessed, raising my hands in a placating gesture. "It was an accident." She tilted her head, the motion eerily smooth, her golden eyes studying me as if weighing my worth. "Accidents do not excuse intent. What did you hope to achieve by opening a rift to my realm?" "Knowledge," I said quickly. "Understanding. Proof that we're not alone in the universe." Her expression softened, if only slightly. "You sought enlightenment, not war. Perhaps you're not entirely foolish." I exhaled a breath I hadn't realized I was holding. "So, what happens now?" She glanced at the device, her expression unreadable. "This technology should not exist in your hands. You are unprepared for the responsibilities it entails." "It was just a theory," I protested. "I didn't mean for it to be dangerous." "Intentions mean little," she said, her tone firm. "Your actions have consequences, and now you are tethered to me. Until the rift is closed and my presence here corrected, I cannot return." My stomach dropped. "Tethered? What does that mean?" She touched a device on her wrist, and a holographic projection of intertwining lights appeared between us. "This summoning has bonded our existences. Should harm befall one, the other will suffer equally. Until the connection is severed, we are linked." I stared at the display, trying to process what she was saying. "So you're stuck here?" Her gaze was steady. "For now. And while I remain, you are under my protection and my scrutiny." "Great," I muttered, rubbing my temples. "How do we fix this?" "We must deactivate the rift generator and sever the bond. I will guide you, but you must listen. Any further errors could be catastrophic." "Got it," I said, nodding fervently. "No more mistakes." "Good." She stepped closer, her presence both intimidating and oddly reassuring. "Your world is fragile, human. Do not squander the chance to learn from this." Over the next several days, the alien warrior, who introduced herself as Kyris, worked tirelessly with me to stabilize the rift. Her knowledge of advanced physics was unparalleled, and despite her stern demeanor, she was patient when explaining concepts far beyond my understanding. As we worked together, I learned more about her world, her people, and the role of warriors like her. She spoke of duty, honor, and the burden of being summoned by those unworthy of her presence. I realized how much she had sacrificed simply by being pulled into my world. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of trial and error, the device hummed with a steady, controlled energy. Kyris stepped back, her golden eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. "The rift is ready to be closed," she said. "Once it is, our bond will sever, and I will return to my realm." I hesitated, my hand hovering over the controls. "Will I ever see you again?" She regarded me for a long moment. "Perhaps. Should your world grow wiser and your intentions purer, the rift may open again. But until then, this is goodbye." I nodded, a lump forming in my throat. "Thank you, Kyris, for everything." She inclined her head, a rare flicker of warmth in her gaze. "Farewell, Jamie Reynolds. May your curiosity lead you to wisdom." With a final press of the button, the rift shimmered and collapsed, leaving the lab silent once more. I stared at the empty space where Kyris had stood, a strange mix of relief and longing settling over me. Life returned to normal, or as normal as it could be after such an encounter. But I found myself restless, unable to forget the alien warrior or the knowledge she had shared. I threw myself into research, determined to prove that humanity could be worthy of the universe's wonders. Months passed, and my work began to attract attention. Scientists, governments, and private organizations reached out, eager to learn more about my breakthroughs. I kept Kyris' existence a secret, knowing that humanity wasn't ready for the truth. But one night, as I stared up at the stars, I felt a familiar hum in the air. A faint glow appeared in the corner of the lab, and my heart leapt. The rift was opening again. Kyris stepped through, her armor as radiant as ever. Her golden eyes met mine, and a small smile played at her lips. "Your world has grown," she said, "and so have you." This time, I was ready. Together, we would bridge the gap between our worlds and prove that humanity was capable of greatness.